and welcome back to Banter Wars with me and the... Explain.
You sat in that seat when you come in and I sat in this one.
Something's not right here.
No, it's not.
It's not right at all. Quickly! Activate the death ray! Oh, thank God for that. I thought we were in a world of trouble there. Oh. Okay. Right, so... Banter Wars. I just need a second to calm down. You take over.
Final heat of Banter Wars. We ready?
Am I ready?
Yes.
Well, let's have a think, shall we? We've got a storm a-brewing. We have a tiger in our midst. We are going to get censored for this episode.
You missed one.
How am I supposed to put that into a sentence? I'll AY you in a minute.
Okay.
You do some of them.
Got Iris. Disemboweler. That's one of yours, isn't it?
What? No, it's supposed to be... No, it's not one of mine, actually.
No.
That's it. I'm going to disemboweler you.
Okay.
With my bestest robot. You'll love that one. He's gonna love it. And you know how you like Doom Bar?
Mm.
Well, tonight you should be drinking a solid pint of Doom Boggy. Okay. And you'll feel somewhat rusty afterwards, and you might need a bucket.
Okay. Can we start, please?
Yes, of course. Carry on. Well, this is it. Heap I, the last heap of Banter Wars Series 3, and we're going to find our last grand finalist. Stormcloud, 360 Overturned Tiger. The seeded robot's probably the favourites. Overturned Tiger, after some stunning performances in Banter Wars 2.5. It's got to be a lot to get rid of that one this time around. Who can do it? Back in the arena. Oh, how wonderful. And we have Boopy the Snoot Monster. Overwatching Overturned Tiger, AYU and Stormcloud. And this is Stormcloud. Seated number 9, owned by Builder Meershed, has the lightning strike weapon. Much better than the circular swords I had last time. Absolutely thunderous.
I'm Builder Meershed. You might remember me from such classics as the weather and those crappy adverts on Heap TV. I'm here to introduce my robot as a weatherman because I've entered the Stormcloud. It's got a big lightning bolt and it's going to come down and shock you all. I'm Builder Meershed, that guy that just does the odd job where no one else can. I'll see you in the arena.
This is 360 Overturned Tiger. Improved from Series 2.5, seeded 18th because of its performances in 2.5. Should be ranked higher, really. Absolutely stunning performances there. This is going to be the one to beat in Heap I.
Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm the creator of 180 Overturned Tiger. And this is my first robot for Banter Wars. We were competing in the Series 2.5, in the New Blood Championship and in the Wiki Wars, and we were quite successful, winning our New Blood match and winning the Wiki Wars trophy, which was quite surprising considering that we had quite some tough opponents, but in the end we were victorious. But being German, of course, there are some things which are never perfect, and I had some ideas for the robot, but the upgrade wasn't working out quite as I thought. So I took a new chassis and I built a new robot. So I introduce to you 360 Overturned Tiger.
And last of the This is AYU, as yet unnamed. Yes, I actually know what the acronym stands for this time. This was made by Killer Turtle G and it has a flipping spinner, which we haven't seen before. Very interesting stuff. I'm sure you'll be surprised how it works. Doesn't actually damage anything, just flips. Absolutely frightening stuff. Just as frightening as what we're about to see in the arena here. And that's Overturned Tiger out the arena. Oh my golly gosh gee. Overturned Tiger throws herself out of the arena from first go. Look at that, such power in the shot. But I think the weapon on AYU helped there. That's a shock. And Boopy's upside down. It's all gone off in this arena. Stormcloud on the back of AYU. I'm still in shock of what happened to Overturned Tiger. Boopy the Snoot Monster's gone. Well done. Absolutely useless. I think it was the flip from AYU Spinner combined with the power of Overturned Tiger that took out the arena. Now AYU is underneath Stormcloud, which has that lightning strike weapon at the front. It looks like a big pyramid. A big metallic pyramid, and it's in the pit! AYU, successful! Look at this attack here. The combined flip and the power throws Overturned Tiger out. Boopy was lost from the start. Good attacks by the Stormcloud, but this flipper spinner of AYU, that's what it does. Doesn't actually damage, it just throws things around like toys. A quick battle and a surprising one as well. Both seeds dropping points. AYU, as yet unnamed, as yet to lose. So we get a quicker battle this time. I mean longer battle. Whichever's more entertaining. Got 3 more robots in here now. We've seen this one before. This is censored. Pretty much unchanged from the last time we saw it. We can't really tell you anything about it. It's entirely censored. I'm sure Deborah Bulls, the owner, will be able to tell you more. This one's going to be useless, isn't it? I just know it.
Hello, my name is Deborah Bulls, and I'm competing in the show Banter Wars with my very special robot. I can do tricks, you know. Here, watch this. Ah. It's one of my many talents. I hope you enjoyed. See you when I win the trophy. Goodbye. And remember...
I don't even want to know. This is Iris. Punching, crushing blow, and the scoop at the front and the spikes at the side. It's pretty standard delivery of destruction, really. Hoping for good stuff from this one.
Hello there, my name is Ned and I run a podcast on YouTube called Spoiler Alert, where we talk about TV, films, games, that kind of thing. I also am a moderator on the Facebook page I'm posting. Okay, so my robot is Iris, and it is a pusher with 4 HP Z-Techs for power and a big old hammer on the top to cause a bit of damage. Hopefully it should do well. Yeah, enjoy.
Who do we have here? Disembowler. We have seen this one before. It's got a very unusual weapon, a big spinning disc that actually rotates around its whole body, 360 degrees. I don't know how it works. I don't even know if it knows how it works. It's just completely bizarre.
Hello here, Jim Dramatic here, and welcome to Hearing My Voice, and this is my robot, Disemboweler for Banter Wars. Now, what is the best thing about this robot? Many features, including the, massive spinners on the front. These things will disembowel you, kill you, rip you to shreds, and give you a bad review afterwards. Believe me, you don't want to hear that on your resume. And this is not a robot you want to see. It will destroy you. And it is called Disemboweler. I'm Jim Dramatic, and I really hope, I want to see lots of destruction here. Let's hope it does it. Signing off.
I'm sure we're in for plenty of that. Iris, Disemboweler and Censored, 3 rather grey-black robots. Let's hope they can be more colourful in their presentation in the arena. Iris getting the hammer blows in on Disemboweler, whose disc is not in the right place at the moment. It does spin all the way around the body, but it does it when it wants. I've seen it in testing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's rather strange, actually. Iris giving Censored a good pummeling there. Disemboweler has stopped moving at the side of the arena. I'm not sure what's going on right now. Censored needs to get away from those hammer blows. Now Disemboweler hits with the spinner on the back of Iris. Now Censored again getting a pummeling from Iris. Iris is running this one. Disemboweler stopped moving again. Fatnacker, give it a look. Fatnacker's black as well. Everything's black in this room. I think Censored's gone. Censored has stopped moving, and I think Iris has taken it out of action. Disemboweler now moving again, though. Needs to get that spinner into play. Because at the moment, this is Iris's fight. But that gap at the front there of Disemboweler is just the perfect shape for Iris's blows to miss. It just needs to get that spinning disc in. Get it moving. It can't do much damage at the moment, but they're both quite near to the open bit. Fatnacker watches. Disemboweler's going to need to back away then, and Iris is into the pits! Well, someone was bound to go in. Disemboweler follows, but gets the 3 points. An anticlimactic end there. Iris was dominant, really. Censored had nothing to answer for. Disemboweler spent most of his time stuck against the arena wall. But then, pushes. There's some pretty good pushing power, actually. Well done, Disemboweler. And Iris, poor driving. Comes to that. Just goes to show that Banter Wars AI is pretty awful. I'm not sure what other lessons we need to take from that. Carry on. The last of 3 of our competitors. Somewhat more colourful this time. Let's have a good look at these 3. I'm sure we'll be pleasantly surprised. This is my bestest robot. Built by the assistant, and need I say more? There is nothing to say. Look at it. Just look at it.
Hello, I am the assistant. I am entering Banter Wars. That's a very funny show. My robot is the best robot, and it's got the I studied at Cambridge University robotics, so I am an expert. You'd better be careful because I am a very intimidating person. Goodbye.
Stunning stuff, and this is a Doom Buggy. Wonderful camera work there to show off, though. This little robot with lifting wedges at the front can self-right, low weight, might get thrown around quite a bit. Let's hope.
The wild Doom Buggy is a strange creature who is weak and feeble, but if he runs at you, you better get out the way. He runs on powerful HP tech motors and has little wedge flippers which have a low chance of actually doing much, but with any luck there will be lots of robots who can't self-right or he will probably die. He is very weak to vertical spinners with his exposed wheels and high ground clearance. Let's hope he can put up a good fight against his opponents.
This last competitor in Banter Wars Series 3 is Rusty the Bucket. Doesn't really look much like a bucket at all, with its cutting blades, spikes at the front, and its inability to self-right. I suppose that's one thing like a bucket.
Everybody, this is Adamondo, or also on Twitch, the Crazy Lucha. I should be entering Banter Wars 2.5 and 3. Key part of that is should be, because I'm recording this in November, and the bot's not done. I'm probably going to procrastinate and not finish it until about 2 days before stuff's due. So, yeah, pretty much it. It's just making a quick video because I have to. And, yeah, goodbye.
Top-notch intro, and we're looking forward to a top-notch fight. My bestest robot is on its back. Tipped over by Doom Buggy, good attack there by Doom Buggy. For all its lack of confidence in its intro, it's already destroyed its first enemy. Now getting pushed by Rusty the Bucket. Now Doom Buggy can self-right in testing. It's trying now, but Rusty the Bucket is somewhat in the way. Wobble Claw takes out its frustrations on my bestest robot. Here comes the flippers from Doom Buggy underneath Rusty the Bucket. Now remember, Rusty the Bucket cannot self-right, so Doom Buggy, it's got limited span on those flippers, and there goes one of the flipping arms now. Oh, a good little flip there, 360 through the air. That was a stunning little bit of gymnastics from Doom Buggy. We expected it to fly, and fly it did. There goes the weapon, and there goes the flip. Brilliant stuff. Thoroughly entertaining. It's still got a bit of a flipper left with it to push Rusty the Bucket around, but it just hasn't got the span of weaponry to actually flip Rusty the Bucket over. Wobble Claw is having fun with its new toy. That's your Christmas present. Got it early this year. Rusty the Bucket can't get those weapons into action on Doom Buggy, though it has taken off the Shremek bars on Doom Buggy, which might make it more difficult to self-right. But it's still getting underneath Rusty the Bucket, which does have a high ground clearance. Now you can see spikes on the back of Doom Buggy there. Extra protection. It's quite a, for all its self-criticism, it's quite a well-built machine, Doom Buggy. And at the moment, I'd say it's on top, despite losing pretty much everything. Rusty the Bucket's weaponry is doing the damage on Doom Buggy, but it just cannot get any grip on the floor, and it's being pushed around like a toy here. And now Doom Buggy pushes, and in goes Rusty the Bucket, and of course the Doom Buggy has to follow. Standard stuff. Anyway, Doom Buggy took out my bestest robot within 2 seconds. Probably the fastest KO we've had. Maybe not, I don't know, we've had some quick ones. And then proceeded to completely bully Rusty the Bucket into submission. Doom Buggy gets a good 3 points. Good start. Confirmation of the scores: AYU, Disembowel, and Doom Buggy leading the way with 3 points apiece. Overturned Tiger Sensor and my bestest robot are going to have to start doing a bit better.
Oh, a good first round then, and I am joined with the assistant. His robot did absolutely nothing. Do you still have a job?
I have lots of jobs. I graduated from Cambridge University. My robot lost.
from you.
No.
On to the next round.
No. No.
One of our favourite A-heaping characters, that is. Anyway, we've got the worst robot competition. Wellington's Wire versus the Dishes. We're into the semis now. Haha, exciting. We are so close to finding the worst robot in Banter Wars history. Today we've got Warrington's Warrior and the Dishes both having proven themselves as being completely useless. And the Dishes tried a front-on attack and then gave up and decided instead it wanted to get attacked at the side. But Wellington's Warrior is so useless that even with a perfect opportunity can't get those weapons into play. Observerbot has to come in and split them up. Now they're stuck at the side of the arena and no weaponry seems to actually get a blow it. The Dish is trying to kill itself. Wellington's Warrior is actually starting to do damage, and this is the difference here. And I think the Dish is screwed. And that's it. I'm pretty sure. There we go. The Dishes. And there goes Wellington's Warrior instantly. Well, thoroughly incompetent stuff. Yeah, that's right. Let's get rid of the Dishes. We'll be seeing it again. It's won this battle, and there it goes. Well done, Observerbot. Right, let's get rid of this one as well. Wellington's Warrior finally did some damage for once, and it was enough for it to lose this battle. He gets thrust by the propeller in the middle, and I think that's game over. Let's just call it at that. Well done, Observerbot. So, complete uselessness from the very start, from the word go. Dishes tried to give up the fight, and then somehow Wellington's Warrior actually managed to get those weapons into play and destroyed the Dishes within a matter of seconds. That's the difference. It actually has weapon capable of doing something. Right, let's go talk to the Vice President.
Right, that'll do for the worst robot.
Moving on to... What do you think we're moving on to?
The second round of battles of...
No!
Why?
I thought, because you love it so much, we'll have the sumo earlier in the episode.
What was there to break up the rest of it then?
Well, it's the semi-finals now, so there'll be 2 battles of each within Heap I.
Right, okay.
So, sumo! Cheer for us. Come on, I'm going to do a bit of exercise there. Cheering is the act of going, woo, in a very enthusiastic and cheerful way. Now, practice with me. Woo! Woo! Right, come on. Woo! 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 See? That's how you do it.
Look, now you've brought trouble into this.
Go away, Amber. Should we just crack on with the sumo?
Please.
Woo! 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 Sumo semi-finals. We're getting tough now. I still don't know what to call it, and the Banter Wolf. Banter Wolf, a previous finalist, can I make it again? This is the sumo arena. You might have seen it somewhere before. It's rather well known around here. Look at its splendour. Just look at those claws. Look at those flame grills. It must all be familiar to you, and so must this robot, the Banter Wolf, the most hated version of the Banter Wolf, and I still don't know what to call it, a massive improvement on its Series 1 form. This to replace in the final of the sumo. Banter Wolf, the spinning blades, and I still don't know it's lost its axe. It's only got its flipper left now, which could come in useful. It just needs to get a good push in on Banter Wolf. But the Banter Wolf is persistent, it's dogged, it's wolfed. And it's smoking, and it's done. Banter Wolf causes too much damage. We didn't even need to lose on over the side of the arena. I still don't know, just gave up in the end. Well done. So, we've had the dishes go through in Worst Robot to the final. And now we've had the Banter Wolf go through to the final of the Sumo for the second year running.
New record.
What was that?
Longest battle of sumo ever.
And I think the only battle where a robot hasn't actually gone over the edge. Entertaining!
Yes.
Breaking new records and setting new trends on our sumo competition.
Yes. Can we get on with like the main thing now? Banter Wars.
Oh, the main competition?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just got so enthralled in the sumo that I forgot entirely about the main competition. Because we all know which is the better one. Woo! Round 2! He's so excited and so am I, because this is round 2, and we've got My Bestest Robot, 360 Overturned Tiger, and Disemboweler. A mix of points here. Disemboweler with 3 and the other 2 have 0. 360 Overturned Tiger tries to kill itself again. It gets underneath My Bestest Robot, which hasn't been killed yet. This is the longest it stayed in a battle. Disemboweler trying to get involved, but 360 Overturned Tiger is trying to take his anger out on My Bestest Robot. Disemboweler is upside down and doesn't seem to be trying to right itself. My Bestest Robot's still in there and trying to get the axe down, but it's lost one of its stabilisers, and that's what keeps it on its wheels, and inevitably it goes over. That's that robot out of it now, surely. I think Boopy the Snoot Monster's going to have something to play with, but Disemboweler's back on its wheels again, and it's got that disc. It needs to get that in on the top of 360 Overturned Tiger, which has bossed this fight so far. There's My Bestest Robot getting played with by the house robot, and why not? Why not indeed? Disemboweler is using that spike disc on the top of 360 Overturned Tiger. It's an awkward shape, Disemboweler, and 360 Overturned Tiger seems to be struggling with how exactly to cope with it. Pushing against the arena sidewall is not going to help. It's finally moved to that disc now, Disemboweler. I think it's tried to get it into play. But it's an awkward position at the moment, so I might interfere with the wheels, but it is doing damage to 360 Overturned Tiger, and it's smoking heavily, and Disemboweler could be on the verge here. It's a 3-point winner, Disemboweler. That weapon can be unreliable, but when it does get it moving, it can defeat anyone. And it has defeated everyone so far. That's another 3 points for Disemboweler. That's what happens when it gets its weapon into full motion. My Bestest Robot, another poor performance. An Overturned Tiger, one of the favourites, not only for Heap but for the competition, has got 1 point out of a possible 6. So disappointing, but Disemboweler, front runner so far. That leaves My Bestest Robot with 0 points. Overturned Tiger with a measly 1, left in 7th place halfway through the competition, and Disemboweler top with 6. Who do we have here then? Rusty the Bucket, Stormcloud, and Censored. 3 middling robots, quite literally. No, none of these have won. None of these has won a battle so far. Censored trying to get in the back of Rusty the Bucket. Another 3 rather grey competitors. Not very colourful Heap, this one. I think that's the one thing My Bestest Robot has done well, but that's Censored getting in the back of his robot and launching it from the arena. That was surprising. That came out of nowhere. But Censored. Oof. And now it flies, it literally flies in on the other 2. But good attack there by Censored. That's a crowning achievement so far for that one. Stormcloud tried to bring that ferocious lightning strike in on the top of Censored, but it's pretty inaccurate. Just like a real lightning strike. And there goes the weapon. Rusty Bucket cuts it off. But Rusty Bucket is now upside down and it cannot turn itself over. An attack from Censored. It's really a battle now between Stormcloud and Censored. Censored so far has done well. There was the Observer bot looking dismal in defeat from Censoredable robots. Now Stormcloud has to wedge Censored somewhere. Neither of these robots has any weaponry left. I mean, I suppose Stormcloud's got that metal bar, but that's not going to do anything. Rusty the Bucket is being counted out. It's completely immobile. Getting pushed around now as Censored and Stormcloud come back in on it. But their focus is still on each other. Now Censored goes flying across the arena and they both come back in on Rusty the Bucket. That might not be wise, because Rusty the Bucket could still cause damage. It's still got that spinning blade, and now Stormcloud tries to right it for whatever reason. Stormcloud's probably not a good thing to do there. And Censored trying to get in the back of Stormcloud again, and Stormcloud gets it. Oh, Censored's gone. Launches itself over the pyramid shape of Stormcloud and sends itself from the arena. That was surprising. But of course, Censored has been surprising throughout, and Rusty Bucket's on its back again, and now the pyramid is on its back. Those arena spikes coming into play. And it's gone back onto the spikes, and that's not a good idea, not at all. It's dead. They're all dead. They're all dead, Jim. Censored a great attack there on Observer Bar. That's worth another go. But I think it's not going to have to go to a judge's decision, this one, because Stormcloud was a clear winner. And be honest, Rusty the Bucket was on its back throughout that fight, really. So Censored's going to get the 1 point. Rusty the Bucket was long gone, really. Stormcloud gets the 3. Well earned. Rusty the Bucket spent far too long on its back and didn't really do anything, so it doesn't get a point for that one, whereas Censored gets the point. Stormcloud on 4 points. This is it, the last battle of round 2, and we have Doombuggy, AYU, and Iris. 3 alright robots, really. AYU and Doombuggy on 3. Iris on 1. This could be interesting. And AYU gets underneath for Doombuggy and flips it into the pit. A good attack there, but then falls in itself. And Iris follows shortly afterwards. That was over very, very quickly. And AYU, after having disposed of Doombuggy in a rather... Iris is back out. But it doesn't really matter. Iris will get the 3 points. After disposing of Doombuggy in quite a spectacular fashion, AYU gets too close to the pit itself and drops in after pressure from Iris. Iris taking advantage there of some pretty poor driving, to be honest. But he'll be happy to get the 3 points, and Vatnacker puts it into the pit as well. It's an orgy in there. Let's look at the highlights of that one. A great attack from AYU on Doombuggy. Look at this flipping action. Launched into the pit, but then, under pressure from Iris, falls in itself. Iris was in the pit briefly, and somehow made its way back out. Somehow. But didn't stay out for long. Vatnacker was on duty. So after round 2, we only have 1 robot on 6 points, and that is Disemboweler. Iris takes the 3 points there, putting up to 4 to join AYU and Stormcloud on the same number of points. Doombuggy on rather average 3 points, and then below that we have the stragglers. We have My Bestest Robot, obviously, with 0 points at the bottom, completely useless. And then 3 robots on 1 point, Censored, which put up a good show, H2n Tiger, which has put in no show, and Rusty the Bucket, which the performance has been, well, rather rusty, to put it simply. So that was episode 1.
Part 1.
Of
whatever.
Heap.
I've lost count. Track.
Well, this is the last heap. We've got 1 more robot to go into the final, and at the moment...
We might get it done this year.
Just have to point out the fatal flaw in our planning, don't you?
Well, the fact that it's taken nearly a year to do a series.
Yes. Quite a problem. But anyway, regardless.
Does anybody actually remember what they entered? It's been that long.
I don't know if anyone's still watching, to be honest.
No, really not.
No. Anyway, let's discuss what's happened.
How is My Bestest Robot still able to compete?
Because mathematically it is.
I meant, like, logically.
It doesn't operate with logic. Hence why it's not doing particularly well. How do you think those last rounds or last battles went? Did you have fun?
Yeah, let me get the dog fur out of my mouth. This is just purely a joke.
Look, talk about the show.
There was one fun battle, I suppose.
Yeah, which one was that?
The one where the observer bot was out within seconds.
You said while we were watching that's the worst one you've ever seen.
It was the worst battle we've ever seen, but it had two good moments when
Okay.
robots exited, and that was it.
Okay.
And then it was just sort of for the entire episode or battle.
You weren't that impressed?
No.
No. But who's leading the way?
Disembowler.
With 6 points. The only one on 6 points. And 360 Overturned Tiger is down in 7th place.
You told me that was supposed to be the favourite.
It was supposed to be the favourite.
Not going too well there then, is it?
No, well, who do you think's going to put on a good show in the second half?
I have not a clue.
No?
Really, Disembowler or Stormcloud should win, or probably AYU as well, but it doesn't seem to make sense because...
This is Banter Wars, remember? Start again. This makes perfect sense in context.
In context of what?
The rest of Banter Wars.
Right, okay.
See? I use my login. Alright, that won't happen in the next episode.
No, it won't.
No. By the way, this is your very last chance to pay us, Patreon, to get yourselves in the special episode that comes after Heap I.
So, what, we're making this series even longer by adding something else? We're not going to be done until like 2020.
You've already complained about this.
I probably have.
You complain about everything.
Yeah. It's my
Right,
job.
well, are you going to complain about the show now being over?
Yeah, so that means I have to film the next part.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's do that then. See you next time, and remember to
Goodbye.
pay us your money.
Goodbye.
Bye.